Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Dead Unicorn. My name is Corey. I'd like to welcome back everybody. We took a break for the holidays, and James is still on his break. He's gone. he's here. He's here. He'll be back. But I'd like to start our game like we start every game with an invocation to Zorb. So everybody, bow your heads and get ready to let Zorb into your soul. Great Zorb, as we struggle to become part of your essence, thank you for the safety of your Zorb cave, and that we may bathe in the milk of your knowledge. All hail Zorb, and transmission.
All hail Zorb.
In transmission.
How fulfilled do you guys feel on a scale of like 1 to 10? Crystal, how do you feel? E. That's a good. I think Zorb is pleased with the heightening of the E note. Tarek, how do you feel?
Not as great. I have pooped recently, and so I'm not nearly as fulfilled as I could have been.
Right.
Right. But it's a work in progress.
You'll get there, my friend. You'll get there. Sasha,
I think so, one day.
How do you feel?
I keep sacrificing virgins and goats, and Zorb still won't return my phone calls. And I don't know, it's kind of...
It might be about you.
I think you're trying too hard.
It might be me.
Zorb likes to hunt. He doesn't like to be fed. Matt, how fulfilled do you feel now?
I feel vindicated. Something funny happened before the live stream, and I will tell you afterwards. I got my revenge.
Zorb is mad. You have not given him any praise. James, welcome back. You missed the Zorb invocation. Enjoy the fiery pits of the void For that is where you will now go.
At least it'll be peaceful and warm.
No, your deer will be there.
Oh yeah.
Still.
Oh,
We talked to
boy,
Zorb
it's
about it.
empty, but it's fiery, so it's warm.
So, thank you all. We need to do a recap because I'm sure a lot of people don't remember what's going on. It's been a while. First, let's introduce the
It's me,
characters.
I'm people.
I'm the game master. I'm the narrator. My name is Corey. Thank you for joining us. This is the Dead Unicorn, the tabletop role-playing game club, and we are playing Shadow Empire. It is Season 3, Episode 7. Crystal is playing Moshi Sora, a Shugenja that worships the sun. We have Shosuro Kuranagi, a very friendly scorpion who lives in the shadows. We have Sasha, who is playing Naurin, a Ronin who is trying to figure out what is going on with her clan, with the Scorpion clan, as she is she is going outside of it to try and gain the knowledge she needs. We have Doji Daisuke, Matt, who is a crafty courtier. He's very physical in nature, and he is on a quest to get rid of a curse of Benton. And then we have
taking care of a beautiful horse.
And then we have James playing Ide Youngso, who is a spy, who is he's a small spy, and he is I don't know, James. What are you up to? What is Ide Youngso up to now these days? Keep it short.
He's had a couple opportunities to perform as a musician so far, but
right. He loves to play. He loves to play his instrument. Moving on. Like I said, very short. What has happened so far is that these samurai have captured a villain named Kitsu Satoru. Kitsu Satoru is part of an evil conspiracy, or maybe it's just a regular conspiracy. I don't know.
To be honest, most conspiracies at least have a little evil in them.
True.
Oh, thank you, Amaranth, who is online, giving us a good comment. All hail Zorb. Yes.
All hail Zorb.
All hail Zorb.
So, Kitsu Satoru has been captured, and you want to question him to figure out who is part of this big, vast conspiracy. Unfortunately, he is under a spell that will keep him from revealing any information. It doesn't matter how much you torture him, he literally can't say it. He is unable to. But there is a very good a person that's very good at getting information out of people, a witch hunter that lives in the town of Maemikake. And that's where you're headed, but you have to go through Cinnamon Forest first, as you were pushed in there by the Scorpion Army, who is after you. A bunch of ninjas are chasing you through the forest. The forest is home to all sorts of strange creatures, and a couple of sages who have decided to use the forest as a way to practice their religion, practice their philosophies without the interference of the major clans. You are in the realm of flowers right now. You have made maybe a friend in a boy named Shinobu. You have made deals with the Ratlings. You have found some Hanafuda cards featuring fortunes, but these cards seem to be cursed, and the holder of that card also holds that curse.
Therefore, Daisuke is double cursed with the same curse.
The Curse of the Thousand Suns.
Yes, Wargiz, they have tried torture. I mean, it's the Unicorn Clan. They don't care. They'll torture a guy.
I thought we were talking about the Hanafuda cards.
Proudly.
Like, have you tried torturing the curse out of them?
Oh, yes, cigarette. Right in your eye.
I wonder if we could ask the Kami if they would have anything to say about what's going on with these Hanafuda cards.
Yeah, it's
they're
interesting.
weird.
I mean, if a unicorn finds out one of their brothers is cursed, they drag him behind the horses until the curse is gone.
You've also entered a grove where rose bushes were climbing up the trees, like wrapped around very tightly, and when you approach the trees, the vines released, and samurai made of thorns wearing armor attacked you. What that's about, you don't know, but you're pretty sure that they were kind of mindless. That's what you get from that. Yeah, have you tried eating the cards?
Not yet. We can only try that once.
I mean, you'll need all of them, so you get a nice bowl of it, and then you can pour milk on them, and then...
Card salad.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, ranch dressing. That'll make it go down.
I mean, it's just fiber either way.
It is the next day from your Grove, your Guardian Grove challenge. You're on the map here. I have changed the hex map rules. We won't be doing any rolls for going down this hex map. We will only be doing one roll for each realm. And that won't come up this game, so we won't go over it this game. But the hex map stuff is gone. We'll talk about what the new rolls are once you get out of the Realm of Flowers. But now I've decided that you're going to hit every single marker in these areas. Let me show the people
Broken
the map
bones and
real
all.
quick. Map take. All right, so that's kind of where they are. I am going to do weather for you though, because the weather will matter.
Neat.
Weather.
Rollable tables. Give me a roll
Absolutely
here.
disgusting and reprehensible. That's good. Dungeon mastering.
All right, the temperature decreases.
Ooh, chilly.
It is now 55 degrees. That's nice out still. But it's fall, and the temperature is more than likely going to decrease as days and weeks go by.
That could make things complicated.
So, as the day starts, you get ready to go. Kitsu Satoru is put on the back of Matt's character's horse. You all have horses. Your horses' names are Hayate, Natsu, Rina, Shin, and Yui.
You've been in 2 fights
Yes.
so far.
So, as you travel on this next day, anybody can make a survival roll at TN2.
Just
This
one
is-
of us, or like anyone who wants to.
Anyone who wants. This is kind of like an investigation type thing.
Well, I have 1 rank, and all of my rings are at 3. Anybody got a better combo?
I think he said any of us who wanted to
Yep.
roll could roll.
Anyone
Oh, okay,
who wants
then.
to roll can roll.
Again, of 2.
Oh yeah,
right?
and Daisuke
Yeah.
still needs to get treatment.
Our volume is kind of low. I'm going to bring that up for everybody.
Corey, you said
Ah.
TN of 2.
Yeah. TN of 2.
TN2.
Well, that's the first time I've ever gotten a full nothing burger.
So do additional successes add to what your character observes, or not really?
No,
No. Okay. So I'm gonna ignore that one.
there's no bonus successes for this. All right, let's see here. Youngso sees nothing. Kurnagi, Sora, Naren, and Daisuke, you all notice a well-worn path that goes through the forest. Anybody who has an opportunity, notice that down the path you see more of these kind of rose bushes following the path.
Oh dear.
That's probably the way to the village, I think. So I don't know why, but my horse seems to be a bit apprehensive about it.
What?
Well,
Yours.
there's an obvious path right here.
Where?
Don't you
Well,
see
yeah.
it?
No, there's all these vines in that direction.
Yeah, that's the point.
Well, we could assume that the village is down the road. If
Now,
it-
and now Daisuke's seeing a road. What?
the
Where?
others see it too.
I don't see a road. I see a pathway that's lined with flowers.
I just see the flowers. I don't see a path.
Just kind of like don't look for the path, but at the path, and maybe that'll help.
Perhaps then you should not go first, and then everything will be fine. And just follow
Yeah,
along.
I'll just follow one of you.
Yes, let's go that way.
Okay.
So Daisuke tugs at Moshi Sora's sleeve. Before we continue, I'm still feeling a little under the weather due to the previous encounter. You think you could perhaps help heal me a little bit, or provide me some medical treatment? If it's
Are you
not
just
too much to ask.
feeling a bit tired?
No, it's not tired, just severely wounded.
Oh, I've.
Do you have conditions or just fatigue? Because fatigue is tired.
I think he's got wounds.
Really wounded in the water ring.
Okay.
The problem with that is I don't know that we can do anything about that without
Not even
does it take a medicine skill
It's like a TN
for medicine
for
check.
Earth medicine or something.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm very good at relieving people's
Triage.
fatigue. However, I've never been excellent when it comes to healing wounds, for
Oh.
example.
Okay. Well, I'll see if I could administer some treatment to myself then, and see if I could fix it.
I would not say that I am a trained doctor, but there is some good news, which is we found a path. That path might lead us into a place where they have a temple, and I don't know, maybe the monks will know how to fix it.
Some of us have first aid capabilities. We could take a moment and try to assist Daisuke.
I'm okay with medicine, but I don't think that you can use medicine for removing wounds.
I don't know. We have to rule check here, or unless
Yeah.
Corey's gonna help us.
What's the question?
Can you use a medicine check to cure wounds?
Yes.
What is the TN of it?
I know
Is
you can
TN
use
4?
it to
So-
stop bleeding, but I don't know about.
Yeah, that's the part I know about.
So it's under the wound status condition, not
page?
under medicine. So, for example, any character can provide treatment by making a TN4 medicine water check as a downtime activity. If they succeed, the
okay.
injured character removes the lightly wounded or reduces severely wounded to lightly wounded. This check can be attempted once per wounded ring per week.
Yeah, so you get one
page?
shot. I don't have medicine. Oh, who won the award today, by the way?
I'm decent at medicine, yeah.
That's a great question.
Yeah, actually, thank you for keeping up with that.
273.
So,
Corey,
everybody
what
who's
page was the
watching-
wound plate stuff on?
Everybody who's watching, I'd like to invite you to take part in our weekly poll, which I put out on Monday or Tuesday. Anyways, it's on our community page on YouTube, and the winner of it is the person who you believe needs the most help, and they get a free success on any one roll. Like, not just a success as in, like, the success on a die, but, like, the roll succeeds no matter what. No bonus successes, no opportunity. Just a successful roll. And this week's winner is, with 64% of the vote, Moshi Sora, the Fiery Shugenja.
Awesome.
Cool. Thank you for everyone who voted. That poll is ended, but it'll still be up on the thing. Moshi Sora will not be in the next poll because there's only 4 options, and so whoever wins last week doesn't get to be on this week. That's just the breaks.
Them's the breaks. Okay, I don't remember. Did I heal Dice Game?
That's one thing I don't remember is, did anybody already do medicine
I do.
checks?
I didn't
last
do
game?
medicine.
No,
for
but
sure.
I don't
use
think
the
there were
path
medicine
interpiece.
checks.
I remember I used
Yeah.
Path Interpiece on some
Yeah.
people. I don't remember if I did it on
I do.
Dice Game.
It was Daisuke.
Yeah, but
You
Path
only
to
wanna
Interpiece,
stop
you
by-
specifically.
Path to Interpiece can be done once per scene.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you might
So
be
it's
able
a
to do
new
it again.
scene. Okay, so that's important because if
Yes.
somebody can downgrade his severely wounded, I can potentially remove the lightly.
And you
Well, let me. I would be happy to take a look at your wounds and see if I can at least make them feel a bit better.
are y'all stopping right here at the crossroads and going to do medicine?
I think we should move a ways away from
Yes.
the path, just in case, so we can't be seen should someone pass us by. We can return here when we're done.
We
And
are.
plus, also, Daisuke
in
is
the middle
concerned
of
that,
the
since
forest.
the village is not very favoring of
Friendly.
samurai, like, even if they have the artifact,
No, take your clothes
things
off.
could still can go sideways.
Young
All right,
Solomon
so when you're a
will
samurai.
go in and
Severe-
be a lookout.
severely wounded in water. What part of the body does that usually relate to? Is it the legs or is it?
Your butt.
You're still on it from yesterday, huh? Shot in the ass.
butt.
Shot through the butt.
And you're too gay.
What?
Uh-oh.
Shot through
What?
the knee, and now I can't be an adventurer
Oh.
anymore.
And now I can no longer adventure.
Where is the oh, here it is. Water, foot, leg, eyes.
Oh, you could say that you got your eye popped out.
Oh,
We can't put that back in.
Yeah,
not
if
that
that
hard.
happens, it's a goner.
Might be too far.
See, the women are saying this because they don't know the secret that men have. If our eyes pop out, you just grab us by the testicles and pull, and they just.
Suck back in, yeah.
I've heard a rumor that this is true, but I've never seen it in practice.
Men
Yeah.
tend to not let us get near their testicles
I've
to
never-
test the theory. So,
I've never dealt with this in a clinical setting. I've only heard about it in textbooks.
Exactly.
we're ready to test it, guys. Love snaps.
Okay, Corey, come here. Let me pop your eye out.
No.
Tarek, what about you? You want to volunteer?
This isn't a clinical setting.
It's going to be a peer-reviewed study. What do you mean?
No, it's going to be a peer-viewed study.
Yes.
Really different.
It's a peer-reviewed study. I don't have a degree in this, so just randos can just review it and say if they like it or not. They're my peers.
They'll let us know.
Yeah.
Oh, did Daisuke get? Is Daisuke severely wounded?
Yes.
Severely
Did I
wounded
get a
in
permanent
water,
injury?
right?
Yes.
He's
Didn't
not-
he?
No, I don't think it led to a permanent injury.
Well, because
But-
severely wounded leads to a permanent injury unless you resist. the
Yeah,
critical
unless you
strike.
resisted it with a successful.
I think I resisted it.
Are you sure?
I don't think
Because
Corey
I
ever brought
remember
it
you
up.
going down immediately
So-
and me having to pick you up from it.
Well,
If the
I
character
went down,
suffers,
but we didn't record anything aside from severely wounded. So let me.
Okay,
see if I
guys,
have anything on
it
there.
says-
Well, let's figure out what Corey has to say about it.
a severely wounded character increases the TN of their checks by 3. That happened during the game. If a character suffers the lightly wounded or severely wounded condition for the same ring, they remove it and suffer the effects of a severity 8 critical strike permanent injury for that ring, as if they had failed to resist that check. So
And
he
he
got
took
to
two.
severely wounded. He did not get the third wound that gives him the permanent injury.
Okay, good. Just
Okay.
checking.
I was worried there for a second because I remember him failing a check because he kept strife
We
on
can't
it,
do anything about a permanent injury either.
and the strife caused
It-
him to
No, a
take another
permanent
check.
injury is permanent. Like,
Yeah.
when
That's how
Tarek's
Kage
previous-
Master
I'm
died.
getting
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
I mean,
Well, clearly
Daisuke already
someone
has
should
a
have been
facial
grabbing him by the
scar.
testicles.
Kage had the thing with the
no,
the
it didn't
Kenku,
get
remember, where
popped
he had
out.
the-
It got popped.
Kage had a fake eye patch that he would wear, and
Mm-hmm.
then he got hit in that fake eye patch and then lost his actual eye.
So, Crystal, if you want to do the check, Naurin will assist.
Funny as hell to me.
And be like, hold
Hey,
Hey,
still.
that
Daisuke.
Kenku thought she was doing you a favor by hitting you in a place that was already messed up.
Hey,
Clearly, he hasn't learned his lesson because this character wears glasses now.
my liar did me in.
Okay, you go
hey,
off the
Wheel of
road.
Time, you got your sight back, or Wheel of Judgment got the sight back, and then lost it all over
I need
again.
a survival check to find a nice place to put Matt's character to do a medicine check. Daisuke needs to be like in a place that isn't like full of scrub or
Yeah.
yeah.
We'll need to find
Scrubs in
a
this area.
a
Could
good
I at least
resting
help
place.
with the survival check.
Of course, you can help with the survival check.
Since
Alright.
this is a thorny, brambly area, it's going to be a TN3 survival check to find a good place.
I have a 3 of air, so I can, and a 1 in survival. So
And my axe.
Okay, Ghibli.
He's gonna con the land into telling him where to rest.
analyze as a scholar skill.
Yeah.
Water would be better for survey, actually.
Uh-huh.
But he's wound in water currently.
Yeah.
But I can do that one at a 3 in the water range.
Yeah,
Yeah,
somebody
let's-
else.
let's
can do it.
James
Whoever
do it.
wants to lead.
You're
I-
looking
I will-
around for a place that's water.
All right, I will
We're
assist.
gonna let the
Ian
guy
Yoko.
who didn't see the path look. This is a great idea, guys. Let's all help him. He needs some help.
So I have definite assistance
Uh-oh.
from Doji. Was it anybody else there?
I'll help.
2 more? Okay. That's
Nah,
3
I know.
assistance. Whee!
I'll give skilled assistance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so do I.
And
Good roll.
then- All right.
3
let's-
things without stripe on it. That's a good thing.
1, 2, 3.
There's
and we
3
have
there
a-
that don't
have
have
it
strife
completely
on them.
successful there, and I can pick 3 more to keep. So I'm going to take the 3 opportunities.
we set traps for the ninja.
You're finding us a
Trail.
place to bed
Wow.
down for the
I'm
night.
amazed you got no strife from that roll.
I know.
Me too.
It's really good.
And a bonus success, 3
Since-
opportunity, which I'll get back to you on what those are for.
I mean, 4 opportunity.
Yeah, 4.
You're right, 4.
You can do a lot. I don't know. Anyways, you
Set
find a
trap for the
place.
ninja.
You find a good place.
I'm going to use all 4 for Doom.
Oh God.
Sounds good to me.
So I get a void point, and it's a 1-round annoyance.
Is this the first time that we get a doom point in this whole game? Like someone used it?
I think I did once before when he
I think
first
it's been
introduced the
used
rules,
before.
I don't think anyone's done it yet.
but this is the first time at the full 4.
We've done it before. Yes, we've done
You,
it
ha-
before.
you have
Mhm.
like a persistent but pesky little bee flying around your face.
Just so you know, and I'm going to put it up on the screen for the people. Doom. You can spend opportunity
You
on
can
Doom
become
up to
the
4.
Doom Slayer.
This will give you every time you spend, you'll get a void back if you use Doom, but there's a complication that will happen, and the severity of the complication is inversely proportionate to the amount of opportunity you spend. And at 4, it's just an annoyance, a complication that is inconvenient, something that might last for 1 round. For example, the TN increases for 1 action, the opponent gains... an opponent might gain an action advantage, or the person might gain a strife from doing it, or a fatigue or something like that.
Could I make a suggestion?
Sure, I might not take it though.
The annoyance is I catch my clothing in thorns and it pulls and there's now a rip in my clothing.
I mean, sure, I'll take that. Yeah, give your clothing
You're
the
gonna be
damage
cold
condition.
now.
So the reason I have the Doom rule, if you want to know, is because I don't do complications in the game. I don't like pit Ninjo and Giri against each other in that arbitrary wheel that the rules say. I think that's a weird.
Oh,
And I'm
yeah,
not
I
going to-
remember seeing that.
and I'm
It's
not
super
going to-
weird.
Yeah, I'm not going to force a Ninja Giri. Like, I'm not going to wedge that into a story where it doesn't belong. It's got to happen naturally or not at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I use Doom instead to give players more void. And it basically allows them to create a complication that happens in the game. That's it. Yeah, okay. Your clothing gets torn. It has the damage condition. I love it.
You're gonna have to snuggle with Doji Daisuke for warmth going forward.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Here to
just
join now.
put on his
No.
fat suit. Nice and snuggly.
But I found us
Full
a nice
of
glen.
rice.
Oh man.
So, Crystal, would Moshi Sora like to start her medicine regiment?
Moshi Sora will indeed pull out all of her little medical contrivances. You know, ointments, bandages. She's even got a
Assorted.
sewing kit.
Lubrication, manacles.
Rope.
Rubber gloves.
Yes, these are all
Horrible
medically
blanket here.
necessary.
Transferable skills, guys. Transferable skills.
All right. Would anybody like to assist with a medicine check?
Now, Will.
I would, but you'd probably lose out.
It is a
My help.
TN4 medicine check.
Ian 4, medicine water,
Yes, water. It is water.
with 1 skilled assistance.
And yeah, unfortunately, unless Daisuke's like poisoned, I can't. I'm not much more help than that.
Well, I do not succeed on my own merits, but I do have an auto success available.
So you are auto successed, and that takes out that entire roll. That roll doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
Auto success. You go down to lightly wounded in that ring.
Yay. How do I change that?
Okay. Would you like me to try to heal your lightly wounded?
Please, I would definitely appreciate it.
Well, we put your thing on the thing, and now you're lightly wounded, and you're no longer.
Though it says void.
Void.
Yeah, remember they were all messed up last time.
Yeah, the icons weren't exact last time.
That's weird.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because you tried to put it on
that's
water,
weird.
and then it popped up with a void
Yeah.
ring instead of the water
I see
ring.
the water symbol, but
Yeah, it's the water symbol,
But it
but
says void.
here it says plus lightly wounded void minus severely wounded water.
We'll have to change that later. Or now.
Okay. It's a TN2.
Um,
I need a opportunity.
I'm not skilled in the particular ritual, but I am happy to give you I guess it would be considered unskilled help.
Here it is. I see it. I'm changing it to water. Water. Save mapping.
I can't do water spells. I can only do fire.
I'll take the help. Great. Here we go.
well, at least there's one opportunity.
Is one opportunity enough?
Okay. Yes. Here's what you will do. You will get fatigue equal to 3. You'll get 3 fatigue back if you had any fatigue.
Nope.
And
0.
then I will spend my opportunity to remove the lightly wounded condition from the target.
Thank you. I swear, the deeper into the forest we go, the more I feel like
Only
I'm
gonna
the
get more
devil on the
dangerous
track.
from here.
Well,
Good news is the water kami seem to consider or seem to feel like you deserve to live another day.
well, I definitely thank the kami, but I also thank you for providing providing the services.
Oh, don't worry. You'll be able to thank me better once the bill comes.
I am not surprised. I will be expecting it.
Who's your
Don't
HMO?
expect me to
Should
be
I
happy
send the
about it.
invoice over to the Doji family, or we'll figure it out later? More important that you
I
rest and
prefer to be
recover at
direct.
this point than worry about the price tags.
Well, hopefully I could be more of service to you throughout our endeavor here.
As you guys are doing your little medicine things over there, you had to kind of be quiet, as you did notice a couple of people walking down the path. But you found a nice secluded and good place that, yeah. So those people were quite a distance away because they were on that path.
Can they not hear you?
No, I
can
can't hear you, Sasha.
Should now be working. I'll be right back. I gotta take my dog outside.
You guys have a dog?
Did we get any details about the people?
Dude, Matt, I've had a dog like for the last 5 or 6 years. How do you not?
They're
You
pretty
haven't
far away.
shown off your dog in a while, so like I thought you left it with your family. You only showed off
I
your
did,
cat.
but I just went and got him over the holidays. Remember, I mentioned that with like the last game we played. I still had it.
They're pretty
Oh,
far away.
it's my
So
mind. My
this
apologies.
is the details I can give you. They're pretty far away. So you know that they're male. You know that they're carrying tools, and possibly you think you see an animal that they're carrying.
Carrying tools and an animal?
Yes. And they're heading back. They're heading. You don't know which way. They're either if this animal is something they caught, they're probably headed back.
Never mind. My blood seems to be chilling again.
So what I wanted to have Naren ask, but nobody heard me, was if we are planning on going back to the village.
Yes.
I'm not finished. Do we have a plan so that we're all on the same page?
The Tetsubo.
What if that is not satisfactory?
Well, that's what.
Or what if they demand its return and then request that we promptly leave?
That's what Shinobu had said, that anyone who will have brought back the artifact from the Nezumi would be seen as friends, seen as someone who has accomplished a task that everyone in the village seemed to have been wanting to try to accomplish.
I
that
was
no one
not
had so far.
there, but I would dare say that perhaps that doesn't extend to samurai, who they apparently hate.
No, I told them that I had samurai that I was traveling with, and they said that that would probably be the way that they would be welcomed into the village.
I suppose we'll have to trust your word on it. Your judgment, I should say.
Do you think that I didn't ask them this
No.
question?
I'm trying to say, like, trust your judgment, not that you're lying.
Well, I believe it's a risk that we're going to have to take. No sense in.
The only other way that we could go about this would be to lie to them and tell them that we're not samurai, which may not work out so well. Looking over at the doji and then over at the Ide.
I believe we are probably all wearing indicative clothing.
I mean, I'd say that mine are pretty nondescript, and so is Naurin's, and you look like a beautiful princess, or priestess, I'm sorry. The other two, though, they're dressed very much like samurai.
I refuse to lie.
including wearing their daisho.
Unfortunately, in this case.
You refuse what?
I will not lie about being a samurai here.
Well, technically, by career choice, yes, we are all of the samurai class, but only one of us technically qualifies as a samurai.
No, they are a bushi, not sam. We're all samurai.
Huh.
All of us are samurai.
Yeah.
We all have a clan. We all have our daisho. It is very obvious that y'all are samurai.
Samurai is not like a warrior. A bushi is a warrior, and a samurai can be a warrior, but a samurai is a station. It's a class of people, right?
Basically nobility.
We are all of that class. Yeah. Technically,
Well,
I think me and Sora could probably get away with calling ourselves priestesses, if we wanted to skirt the truth a little bit. And Naurin could maybe pass herself off as a bushi, like a Ronin bushi, not necessarily a samurai. Though she does carry 2 katana and a wakizashi, so it might be tough.
I mean, that is the actual truth. She is a Ronin right now. She is on a...
Exactly, she's a Ronin bushi. But
I asked
they
this
might...
earlier, if as a Ronin, would I be less hated than the rest of the samurai, like before our break?
Well, you probably could pull off.
Probably can't really know that till we talk to them.
It depends on what they mean by they hate samurai.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, technically, the Ronin are the lowest of the samurai
Rung of
caste.
family. Yeah.
That said, a lot of when people say samurai, they usually mean a person who is bonded to a lord,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's the problem they usually have if they don't like them.
Yeah.
So it just
That's
depends
what I
on what
was
they
imagining.
mean.
The two that I see who are especially going to have trouble is going to be Doji Daisuke and Ide Youngso, because y'all are going to have a much harder time convincing them that we are not, or that you are not samurai.
Well, I'd
You
rather
can-
approach.
And of that, Youngso probably has it easier than Daisuke.
Agreed.
Well-
But I'd also say that couldn't Daisuke claim to be Yojimbo to one of you two?
Naren smiles a little like that thought amuses her.
Well, he'd have to explain why he's dressed like a crane with crane iconography and a wakizashi, and why he doesn't carry a katana or a weapon of war to protect us with.
I would rather approach the village with as much honesty as possible. If they reject us, then I'm willing to walk away. But if they're willing to let us in, we'll bring darn it, what was that weapon's name? I was about to say Daisho.
Tetsubo?
Tetsubo.
Tetsubo. Yeah, we'll bring the Tetsubo in, no problem. If they
It may
reject us
end up being a
outright,
similar situation to when you entered the Nezumi cave, the Rattling Cave. If they request that some of us stay outside, then we will stay outside. I have no intention of fighting my way into someone's home if we don't need to.
Excellent. I think that solves it then. Let's continue moving.
How far behind those travelers do we intend to walk?
Which
Oh,
were
they've
they
been.
headed
This
way?
was during the medicine is like a full downtime activity, which can take 10
Yeah, it
minutes
probably
to a
took
half an
hours.
hour.
Okay.
So that while that was happening,
I thought it was like towards the end or something,
No,
but
no,
if
no.
it's not been super recent, then
Basically, anybody who saw them just saw what way they were going.
I'll also
well,
add
then it
this.
was a good idea to hide.
They were probably carrying spears because you saw long poles too.
Yep. Like they're hunting.
Well, monks don't usually get. Well, maybe some monks carry spears. I guess Sohi exists and they carry spears, right? He says, looking at the rest of y'all.
I don't
You know, like warrior monks.
there's a chance that they do. I mean, they are an established village, and they are within the forest, especially Cinnamon Forest. So
Well, yeah, but Sohi are
I haven't heard of any clan establishing themselves
no,
within
they
Shinneman.
certainly wouldn't be a clan. No.
I'm
They're
talking about what Matt said.
yeah, they're
No.
fortunistic, I imagine, or maybe dedicated to these concepts. I don't know. The sages might be fortunistic monks, or they might be something completely different. I'm not really sure. We don't have a lot of information about how they operate here.
Well, then I suppose we should go figure it out ourselves.
You want me to do some recon?
If you're spotted, it will only make introductions.
I mean,
more
Shinobi
difficult.
already knows me.
Yes, but perhaps you shouldn't be seen spying on the village.
Well, I didn't say spying. I said doing some reconnaissance. Scouting is a smart thing to do in the middle of the forest.
If you wish to.
So you mean to see if you can find the forest and then ask if your friends would be welcome?
I mean, the village.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. We're in
I
the
mean, you remember how that went
forest.
last time, Osili, is you just ended up having the whole encounter on your own. So, because you didn't come back to get us. So
I
maybe we
mean,
should
why
all just
should he?
Yeah.
At that
I'm-
point,
I'd like to be involved
it
in
was
things.
just rescuing a
at some
child
point.
from a tree.
Yeah.
But if you'd all like to just walk in, then I'd say let's start moving.
I don't have a problem. Excuse me, the tongue tied on my end. I don't have a problem either way.
Okay.
The
I
less
would prefer we
the less
stick together.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I think we should stick together.
Let's find out what
But I
time of day.
also think we should move quickly. The later in the day it becomes, the less likely they are to see us as merely travelers and more potentially trying to.
Oh, this is supposed to be night.
We also have to consider that we are still being pursued.
Indeed. Which
Also,
might
just
work in
wanna
our
let you-
favor.
Also, just want to let you know, Corey, that the screen it still says game paused. So,
Yeah.
oh, just wanted to know if we needed to move the icon anywhere.
Nope.
You know.
We're all good.
All right.
Alan
Cool.
frowns and says, I hope that they see it that way and they don't see it as us leading unnecessary danger toward their village.
So, you guys travel for a while until late afternoon, when you get to an interesting site. Let's see if I can't find this. I believe it's under journals, pictures, and let's show players. Show players. Go to Village of Flowers, number 1. In that.
Pretty. I like the ambiance.
Dark, ominous.
Has a
I love it.
has a
Um,
very
let me-
gothic feel to it.
Let me show the people at home.
I can imagine the Japanese version of the Addams family living there.
It is not an empty village, as this may give you the feeling of. There are people busy doing work on the streets. Some people are tanning hides. Some people are carrying water. Some people are just relaxing and talking with each other. As you guys approach, a group of somebody will yell out, and you'll hear a chime, like someone hitting a big piece of metal, and a group of people in loose-fitting clothing with spears will come to meet you.
Is it a group of all men like the kind
Yes.
we saw potentially
Yes,
walking
but there are women.
around?
There are women here. But people are now like getting inside in case there's a fight. They say, "I turn back now. Samurai aren't welcome here."
Hello, my name is Kuranagi, and I spoke with someone named Shinobu. He told us that you were looking for an artifact to be returned to you, and we went and retrieved the artifact from the Nezumi. We wanted to be able to come here and present it back to you in hopes of making friends.
Yes, my name is Moshi Sora. If I may, I will, show the item to you, and I will slowly pull out the Tetsubo so they can see, but I don't look threatening.
Oh, they have the Tetsuba thorns. They'll have to go see the sage, won't they? All right. We'll escort you to the sage.
That is very kind of you.
They start escorting you guys through the village. Actually, no. I want to go back to the map. Yeah, map view. Sorry, people at home, for that bit of whiplash. But as you are walking through, you do see Shinobu, the young
I
man,
wave.
and he'll come on up to you guys, and he'll say, "Oh, hi, Kuranagi, son.
Hello. How are you doing today, Shinobu-san?
I am doing well. I'm doing okay. I'm doing fine. How are you? How are you doing? I hope you're
I'm doing
well.
okay.
Have you had
we
rice?
managed to find the artifact that your people here were looking for.
I
And as I
have
promised, we're here to return it.
I have stewed rabbit. Would you like some?
Stewed rabbit. That
You,
sounds
y'all are
delicious.
y'all. He's like walking beside your horse while you're being escorted through the village.
That sounds wonderful. I would love some stewed rabbit.
Okay. He takes out a bag and puts it in his hand and then holds it out to you.
I was wondering if it was gonna be something like that. Like, here, take this wet, sloppy mass of meat from my
I will
hand.
take chopsticks out and I'll pluck the meat from his hands and I will nibble on it with the chopsticks.
He's like, you don't need chopsticks here. And he eats it.
I just don't want to have it slip out of my hands as I walk.
I have a question, Corey. The kid is young, right?
Yes.
Reasonably small. Like if Naurin offered him up like a hand, if he wanted to like ride with her on her horse for now instead of like trying to keep up along them, would that be
Sure.
able to be
He's like, what's your name?
My name is Naurin.
I'm Shinobu. The people escorting you are just like looking and they kind of whisper and they shake their heads.
Shinobu's not the brightest
She'll
bulb in
like
the bush.
stop
but
her
he's-
horse for a second, little bit off to the side, and offer up a hand and say, "Would you like to ride with us? You seem might be easier than trying to keep up."
Sure, I'd like to ride a horse. We don't have many horses here.
And she'll like hoist the child up onto the horse.
Okay. Make
That
a
is a shame.
fitness
but
roll.
also a bit understandable.
Make a fitness roll, TN2.
Okay.
Fitness earth? Fitness earth or water. Okay. The kid is abnormally heavy.
Hold on, I haven't saved yet.
Oh,
I
yeah,
can
yeah, yeah.
still Finish.
Keep
this
going.
roll. Hold
Finish
on.
the
I'm trying to see if I have any
roll.
more. Tori. Where's all of my advantages? Advantages here. Okay. I don't know if I have anything. No, not that. Not that. Okay. You know what? I'll reroll one of those opportunity and take a strife with my bond, because I don't want to see Daisuke watch me fail to hoist up a child, so...
Please, your passive aggressiveness is very reassuring.
Okay, come on. Oh,
Yes.
alright.
The kid is abnormal. I was going to say if you succeeded or failed, he is abnormally heavy.
Really?
And yeah, you can't really pick him up, and you're trying to like change your stance on the horse, and like he's kind of pulling you down rather than pulling him up. And he says,
Daisuke is like enjoying her struggle.
he says, oh wait, no, I should be on the ground.
Is that so?
Yeah. I don't want to hurt your horse. I should be on the ground.
I have a opportunity.
Daisuke gives like a glance at Yidi Youngso. It's like, you hearing what I'm hearing?
I guess I
doesn't
can
say anything.
spend the opportunity to make this like minimize consequences of failure or other dangers that could arrive from the task. So basically, not slip off the horse myself, not hurt him, not hurt my horse.
Okay. Sure, if that's how you want to do that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see anything else that might be better here. So
Extra information is not there.
no, I don't think so. Only 2 opportunity. I
Two
only have one.
opportunities. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah. The kid says, "Yeah, I should be on the ground. But thanks. That's a nice offer." And he'll tap the horse and pet it. It's like, your horse is soft.
Yes, she is. Her
Okay.
name is Yui.
You get to one of the larger pagoda-like buildings, and you guys walk inside. You
By the way,
notice
on the way there, is there? I have keen hearing. Is there any way I could pick up on what the guards are like whispering to each other?
Yes. Let me give you some secret information.
Yay! Overhearing all the things.
Oh, my watch.
Uh-oh.
The roses vines, they go up the pagoda and into the doorway and down over the stones that lead into the chamber. And in there you find a meditating man. This young man.
Ryu from Street Fighter?
Yes.
That was my first thought
Ryu
too, and I was
from
wondering
Street
if I
He
was
has
bad.
an impressively sized big toe. I think he's keeping all of his stress in there, Corey, just like you said.
I don't know. The big toe looks pretty normal. It's that second toe that looks extra
So-
fat.
He's got a longer second toe than his big toe. People have that.
He's
No,
got
it's not
two-
the length. I mean,
No, he-
it's fat.
Yeah, he's got 2 big toes, and then 2 normal toes, and that's it.
If you keep
We're not
criticizing,
judging, we're just observing.
he's
It's not our
gonna use
business.
his Kamehameha special attack on you.
Sure, you can.
Don't correct me. I know what I said.
Sure, you can.
So what's he doing?
He's meditating. Everybody can make a. Is it aesthetics or design? I will allow medicine or one of those 2 skills, aesthetics or design. The one that's about clothing.
I think it depends on what aspect of
Hold on.
clothing you might be talking about.
Skills. Aesthetics. Yeah, aesthetics. It's going to be aesthetics. Nope, it's design. Design is clothing. Yep, it's clothing.
So, all right, I will.
Design or medicine?
Design
this
or
clothing?
medicine.
Any particular approach?
I'm going to say you can use fire. Fire is your approach on this.
All right, I will medicine theorize what's going on here.
It is going to be a TN 1, so it's going to be very easy.
For medicine or for design too?
Both. Look at all those dice.
Anything extra for bonus successes
Nope.
or for opportunities?
Nope.
All right, then I will just keep that for an extra opportunity that I may or may not do something with.
Okay, I will be using that opportunity. Those 2 opportunity, I will spend to notice something missing or out of place in the vicinity that is not directly related to the task. The GM's discretion, you may establish an absence, such as a lack of shoes outside, indicating an occupant's absence. What seems out of place?
Well, I had a pretty decent roll there.
Okay. Are you keeping all of that? You only need 1 success.
I got 3, yeah, bonus. It's just what rolled up. I had 1 exploder, and it exploded again, and then it gave me another one.
Well, that was weird that you kept all of that, because now you have a bunch of strife, too. Okay.
Now you can see the microfibers in his clothes. Yes, this is.
I will use my
mountain sheep.
opportunity to extrapolate the motivations or desires of another character in the scene or the wider situation.
Exactly
I'm-
what I wanted to do.
Supposing that will happen once he starts interacting with us.
I'm gonna do the same thing. Great minds think alike.
Indeed.
That's anywhere in the village, Tarek. What was the one crystal that you said for you and Sasha?
Oh.
I was busy writing something.
Pulling
Extrapolate the
that up.
motivations or desires of another character in the scene or wider situation. Scholar, skill use.
Okay. I'm gonna give both of you Shinobu. And his desire is to be friends with everyone. He really wants that.
This is why me and him get along.
We couldn't choose the mysterious man.
He's
Not
an
doing
enigma
anything
to
yet.
everyone. Yeah, and he's not really doing anything yet. He's just meditating.
That's why I was like, I assume this will happen once we start interacting with the meditating man.
What you notice with your design or medicine is that the red on his pants are not part of the design. That looks like blood.
So he's like bleeding.
He's like bleeding.
He's like bleeding.
He's also barefoot.
Just doing some bloodletting
And there's
to honor the god.
thorns and rose bushes everywhere.
So maybe he's bleeding because he was messing with thorns?
The blood on his clothing, pretty much where his feet would rest in Lotus.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been walking on thorns.
Uh-oh, my monitor turned off. Something, guys.
Is there blood on the wall like it is in the image?
Hold on, my computer just did a weird thing. I apologize.
It did a weird.
Yeah, my main monitor just turned off and then turned back on. That's not good. I hope that doesn't happen again. So he'll slowly... What did you ask, Tarek?
Is there blood on the walls like there is in the image?
It looks like there's blood on the walls, yeah. That probably could be also blood.
Huh.
He'll slowly blink his eyes open. And he says, "Why are there samurai in my presence?"
Excuse us for disturbing you, but we heard that you were looking for a stolen artifact and believe that we have what you were looking for.
I seek only wisdom. I seek only the Tao.
Then
What treasure do you bring me?
I will hold out the Tetsubo of Thorns and say, I thought that this must have come from this village. It seems to echo the themes of roses and thorns.
This comes from the realm of the samurai, and it is being returned to nature. I will continue this process if you return that item to me.
Of returning things to nature?
It is the way of the Tao.
The way of the way? Because isn't what does the Tao mean something else, or doesn't it
The
just mean
Tao
like
of
the
Shinsei.
path?
Yeah, the Tao of Shinsei, the way of Shinsei, yes. Basically, I'm using, like, English, like, it's, yeah. Basically, he's saying, it is the Tao.
This is the way.
It's the way of the way.
I will approach and hand over the
All right.
Tetsubo.
He'll take it. He says, "Your generosity has earned you free stay in this village. I do not know why you are here, why you have brought a man in bondage. But these things do not concern me. You samurai have stepped away from the Tao. You have already have your own way. And this does not concern me."
Perhaps we can learn your way then, and you can share us your wisdom.
How can one teach to somebody who has already been taught?
Well,
Are we not all perpetual students?
when I went to school, I was taught to empty myself so that I may become a vessel for knowledge.
Yes, and you were filled with the knowledge that the samurai wished to give you.
Well then, all I must do is empty myself so that I may make room for more knowledge.
If you wish to empty yourself, you may go to the Shrine of Brambles, due west of here. I'm sorry, east. Due east of here. Learn what is on... learn the wisdom of the shrine. It is a cone. If you are empty enough to understand the cone and bring the answer back to me, I believe I can teach you.
Okay. I don't know why it keeps telling me that I'm...
That was due east.
Could Naren make some sort of sentiment check to try to, like, maybe get some more info, like, some sort of understanding as to why he dislikes samurai so much?
Sure.
Oh, and when you said cone, I literally
Make
thought
a
you meant like
TN
a
a
CON.
TN2 air air sentiment. What did you say, Tarek? Or I'm sorry, Matt. Matt, you were talking.
So when you said cone, I literally thought you meant CONE,
No.
not koan or koan.
Cone. It's pronounced cone, and it's a riddle. Basically, is what that is.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a Buddhist riddle.
I'm gonna stress myself out doing this, but I want to know.
He's. Oh. So, from what you're getting from his, like, what he's been saying and his general attitude, his body language, it seems like he has a difference of philosophy. And differences of philosophy can lead to huge clashes, yeah. It can lead to violence, as we've seen in, the real world.
Conflict.
But he does speak a lot of the Tao. And the Tao is wisdom that was given by the little teacher Shinsei 1,000 years ago. His wisdom was that of the elements, and is why you have like the 5 rings today, is because of the teaching of Shinsei. He taught, and he also taught things like compassion and selflessness and giving up of ego, that kind of thing. Like very much like Buddhism teaches.
And the importance of removing oneself from material desire.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's something Naren can relate to.
Is there any other questions you would like to ask this man?
How long have you been here?
He thinks for a moment, and he says, when one seeks the way, time becomes meaningless. I can say that I was not born here. I came here in search of the Tao. Those who believed in me, who also sought the Tao, came as well.
Are there others like you here in the forest?
I've heard of other sages, and there have been clashes. To the south is the realm of spiders. They are a violent, selfish bunch who have turned away from the Tao. Yet, they still call themselves monks.
Well, I do have a question for you. We retrieved the Tetsubo under the, well, I don't want to say assumption, but under the information that we were provided, that you were in conflict with the Nezumi, or your village was in conflict with the Nezumi, and that they have stolen the Tetsubo.
I have no
And
conflict with the Nezumi.
hmm,
From what my fellow pilgrims have done and are capable of, I have admonished them. But the damage is done. What is. The ratlings, the Nezumi, are wonderful creatures, and I wish to learn from them one day.
we we negotiated with them for the Tetsubo and other supplies, so we had no conflict with them.
You taint them with your samurai ways.
No. We just simply exchanged supplies. That's it.
He does not seem convinced.
Well, think of it what you will.
Naurin will look at the man, and she will say, "Behind us trails a band of ninjas. If they have luck on their side, they might find this village. And they follow us due to blind loyalty to those who only seek their own power."
You might not say ninjas, by the way.
Why not?
Refer to it as-
Why the fuck not?
Yeah.
They tried to assassinate us.
Because you saying that it's a band of ninja openly in front of others dishonors the Scorpion clan.
She's a Ronin right now.
You're openly saying that the Scorpion who was sent after us are ninja.
She could see it as like
I
a
don't
bunch
get
of
it.
assassins.
I don't get it either.
Like, you know,
I'm
yeah,
a Ronin. I don't know that this matters as much at the moment. And I
Yeah,
want them to know that they're not friendly traveling merchants or dancers.
Actors.
You know? Yeah. What was I saying? They follow us due to blind loyalty to those who only seek their own power. I feel like you should know. Will you be able to defend yourself in this village should they come upon you?
I will reinforce my sentinels.
She nods.
I do have one question, but feel free to say you do not wish to answer. Do you know of any other artifacts that you would like to see removed from the Shinneman Forest?
If the other sages are like me, they probably have items that they consider powerful. I try to keep as little material possessions as possible. But the Spiter are... they are as different from me as night is to day. And yet, we are both monks. It is quite fitting, very much within the Tao.
In response on this, since Young So has some education and knowledge and knows a little bit about Taoist things, when he bows in response to this, he does make the Tao symbol with
Yeah,
his hands.
sure.
As a sign
That
of
yin
respect.
yang. That's exactly what he's talking about there.
Mm-hmm. But it's showing that I fully understand. Artifacts to the south with us, but very dangerous and not friendly. Thank you for all the warnings and info.
I will speak up. I see your feet appear to be injured, possibly by these thorns. Do they pain you? Is there anything I can do to help?
You are very kind to be concerned. But I am fine.
As you wish.
I'm gonna send you a little something. Actually, make a TN2 sentiment check. This is gonna be air. No, earth. Yeah, this is gonna be earth. Earth, 100% earth.
TN2 sentiment earth.
Yes. Oh, look at that.
Oh,
No
yay.
bonus successes mean nothing.
Okay.
Anything else? He'll say, my escorts, my men will show you to lodgings if you need them.
It is getting late. Perhaps we should rest here for the evening?
You're welcome to all of our hospitality.
Is there a safe place for our horses to graze, where there are no thorns?
We let animals be animals. There are no stables here. There are no pens. If you wish to tie your animals down, that is your choice.
What, is someone typing
Oh,
something?
Amaranth in the comments has written some very interesting gems.
He's a masochist.
Feel free to share. I'd love to hear. Because I usually don't follow the stream while we're, streaming.
Okay. Without pain, one cannot appreciate pleasure. Weird flower dude as he steps on thorns for fun. Sora, oh, you have some eggshell in your omelet. Would you like me to remove it for you? Sage of Flowers, nah, I eat it with the eggshell, thanks.
He wants the extra calcium, and he likes the crunch.
Yeah, crunchy.
And maybe an extra bit of salmonella, too. If it
Very
hasn't
great
cooked out.
comments. Very,
That's
very
only
awesome.
because America's poultry system is all fucked up.
You know what, Corey? I gotta ask, because now a masochist comment has been made. Benton's blessing. Is this man open to Naurin's romantic aspirations, or is he categorically uninterested? I gotta know.
Are you going to try and seduce him? Or what are you going to do? Are you going to try...
No, I just get to know. After interacting with a character for one or more scenes, I get to know that with certainty.
Oh, cool.
That is what Benton's blessing does.
All right.
I just haven't actually asked you about anyone because we
Whether
haven't-
he would be into you.
Yeah.
I would laugh if Corey said, "I'd rather jump into a rose bush."
You know what? Then I might consider it. Who knows? We'll see. Maybe we'll have him show Naurin the way. Who knows?
I mean, his personality seems a little weird, but I mean, he's okay looking.
It's actually very similar to Naurin's. So yes, weird, definitely.
Hey, you want to avoid going to the prom together? Yeah, let's do that. Goths away.
What's his name? Shinobu's there. He's been very quiet. But he'll finally say, I like them, Sage-sama. I think they're really nice, and I think you could teach them. And the sage says, I know you would think that, Shinobu. Make sure our guests are well taken care of. Please, do nothing to hurt this boy.
Of course not.
We won't.
I would like to tell if he's saying that to us or to the rest of the people in the room.
Make a sentiment check. Fire. TN2.
Can I attempt that one as well? Because I have something's weird going on with Shinobu. I know he
Sure.
weighs
Go
like an
for
adult man for some reason. Big boned.
My best guess he's probably some sort of like homunculus or golem.
He's,
Yes.
he's made of stitched together flesh.
I succeed.
If you
He's a
poke,
Oh, I was
Flesh
thinking rocks.
Atronach.
if you poke him with your sword, he'll explode into bunnies. Just they'll all
Really would have gotten if he failed.
all the bunnies like escape from him, and then he just like he's a skeleton, and that just falls over.
I was just
Oh, no, the
expecting an
innocence
empty
exploded out
skin,
of him.
and then like
The skeleton
bunnies
has to be
hopping
that, like,
away
9
and
foot tall
birds
skeleton
flying
from
out.
Costco.
All right.
Fell during Halloween.
Since you both made it, I'll both give you. Yeah, he's talking to you guys. The escort that they're not guards, they're escorts. The escort that you had. Yeah.
Just everyone.
Everyone. 100%.
Well, Daisuke will, say we will do our utmost to not to inconvenience anyone in the village.
I stay close to Shinobu, and we'll like as we leave. If we're not leaving yet, I'll hold off. But as we leave, otherwise, I'm going to like very quietly whisper to him that he should stay with us for a while and show us, around and make sure that we understand the like rules and customs of this place.
Are y'all leaving, or is there anything else you want to ask the Sage of Flowers?
Nothing
Any
else I could think of.
mysteries you have?
I suppose.
Do you know
Let's
anything
see.
of these Hanafuda cards?
Hanafuda cards.
And we'll gesture to Doji Daisuke or Kuranagi to produce one.
He'll
Possible.
hold his hand out.
Okay, so Daisuke will show him the one with Benton on
All right.
it.
He'll observe it and say, the fortunes. Creatures outside of the Tao. He hands the card back. They seek to control, but they are in turn controlled. A cursed relic. But the fortunes are fickle. If one bows to them, they will show you their favor eventually. I have not seen those cards before. Though I am sure with the stink of curse upon them, that other sages might have a story to tell.
What can you tell me about the Sage of Blood?
Oh. One more piece of wisdom about those cards. Since these are the fortunes, be careful with those cards. For like I said, the fortunes are fickle with both their curses and their blessings. Since those already have the essence of Tengoku upon them, they are important to those fortunes. If you catch my meaning.
Let's see. I'm trying to think. I should probably use a theology roll to kind of analyze his meaning before I ask any more questions.
Sure, make a theology air roll, sure.
I'd like to do the same.
Or fire, actually. Theology fire for theorize, yeah.
I have had a thought right when he mentioned that it was a relic. Oh, I could troll my uncle then. Here you go. Here's the artifact from the Shinneman Forest, a cursed card.
I want to make a
whole
theology
deck of
check as
cursed
well.
cards.
I'd like to make a theology check as well, but for something slightly different.
What's my TN?
TN is going to be 2.
Okay.
He said something very strange to me that I want to analyze what he means by that, which is he's a follower of the Tao, but the fortunes are outside of the Tao. That is a very kind of extremist position for a monk.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, can I analyze that a little and try to see?
That's going to be a TN 3. And
what's that ideology?
And it's going to be fire for theorize. Or
Fire for theorize.
I'll allow earth for recall.
And also, since I succeeded, my strife, I assume, will turn into bonus successes. Can I, would I gain more information from those bonus successes?
Only in combat.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
I mean, there are some ways that it would be yes, but I'm straight up like there's just a baseline of information here that y'all are gonna get. Dice K.
The bonus successes don't matter.
What he's saying is that these cards should be treated with the same kind of care you would treat like a shrine to those fortunes. And if somebody does something bad like deface or destroy a shrine, that could garner the hatred of that fortune. Thus, like, you could theorize from that, like if you took the card to, let's say, Bishamon, if you had that one and you destroyed it, you might have that curse forever.
So Daisuke is going to do his utmost to take care of that Benton card as best as he can.
So, Tarek, this is recall. Perfect. This is what you recall from your history lesson in theology. Shinsei brought with him to Rokugan a new way of thinking. Before then, the established religion was called Fortunism, and the people of Rokugan worshipped the Kami and the Fortunes who lived in Tengoku. But Shinsei brought with him a new way. That was thinking about nature, thinking about meditation and oneself, and trying to break the cycle of death and rebirth. So these two things, once upon a time, were two separate religions, and
Over time, they got
they
melded
got
together.
turned into one. So that can give you a little insight onto how this man thinks. Anything else? Any more questions or?
Yeah, are you
I thi-
guys done with the questions about the cards? Because
Oh yes,
I asked,
what
what can you tell me
Sage of
about
Blood.
the Sage of Blood?
he says. They're blood speakers, disciples of Ichiban. They have curdled the forest, covered it in their stench. Blood falls from the sky, pools at your feet. He looks around him. Not like this. What you see around me is simply life. What they deal in is twisted. They rely on the Kansen. They are dangerous. More so than the spider. Far more. But they are far from here.
Also to the south?
To the south.
To the south. Do you know approximately how far? Unfortunately, I have been tasked with destroying one of them.
4 or 5 days. Oh,
4 or 5
you are
days.
traveling by horse.
Yes. I suppose we will know their area by its appearance.
You will know when you have reached the realm of blood. It will be obvious.
When he says that, can I look around and just try to survey mostly his body to see if he has any cuts that look like they've been... Like, he seems to be bleeding from different places.
He is bleeding from different places. You're absolutely right. He's got scars up and down. Go ahead. Make a medicine fire check.
Not water for survey?
Survey. Oh, are you surveying his surroundings? What are you surveying the surroundings for?
Surveying him, specifically.
That would be like that wouldn't be
Theorize?
survey. Yeah, it would be. It would be.
Analyze?
You can.
Theorize, analyze.
Yeah, analyze, theorize. Those two would work.
I'll do analyze.
So you're gonna analyze the scars.
See what I can pick up about it. Oh, what was the TMS2?
Yeah. It should actually be more, but whatever. I'm making it lower than it should be. Nope. There are scars on them. Whether those are ritualistic scars or not, you have no idea.
I would like to notice. I'll spend my 2 opportunity to notice an advantage or a disadvantage from the character.
Okay. Wow. I'm just gonna roll a d4 and give you one of the 4 from here. I mean, I think they're all pretty obvious. All right. One of his disadvantages is that he's aloof.
You don't say.
They're
No,
all,
you've role played it well.
They're all very. I have role played every single one of these. Okay. Sounds good. What's going on, guys? Are y'all heading
That's
out?
all I've got.
Yep.
I think
everybody
it's time to head out.
Okay. He'll bow and say, I hope your stay in our village is an enlightening one. And everybody will walk out, except for Naren. Shinobu will be like, guys, I know the perfect place for you. Come on, come on.
There's a really nice tree. If you happened to get tied to it, it would be not so bad.
He'll
Say hello to our hotel, the Tide Stump.
He brings us to that same meadow where we had the thorn samurai.
So good.
And ties
It's
us to
super
the trees-
comfy.
Ties us to the trees to replace the ones that started wandering off.
They'll keep you snug as a bug in a rug.
Okay. Naren. We'll do you first real quick.
Okay.
So this man will you ask him if you want spiritual guide, or you ask him about spiritual guidance advice.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, as I said before, I do not give out my teachings to the samurai, but I feel that you are here for something more. And he'll walk up very close. And he will try and read you to see what you are about. He's going to use Void. Void Social. What's your vigilance?
3.
3. Are you going to try and like hide this at all?
No.
Okay. Oh, there's 3. He'll grab all that. He'll grab some of these. Why not?
That's a good bunch of dice.
Perhaps I might convince you yet.
He says.
But I am not here as a samurai.
He says, I feel like you're here for something more. Please, stay with me. He'll
will.
reach up behind you. He'll grab the back of your head and just passionately kiss you right there. Like, not like a samurai, like, he just does it. And it's, like, from samurai culture, that's way off-putting.
Mm-hmm.
But it feels like, it feels heavy. If you stay... I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was just going to say, like, Naurin has a lot of very conflicting feelings due to her husband's rather recent death. However, the two of them were not, shall we say, particularly in a blissful sort of betrothal. So she will kiss him back and, like, let the night go as it may.
All right. He's... We're just gonna say this. There are thorns everywhere. I want you to be lightly wounded. You can pick 2 rings to be lightly wounded in by the end of the day. And... yeah. And...
The monk of hedonism.
Could I roll something to, like, resist this? Like,
No.
fitness earth or something? No, it's just gonna happen.
No. Like, there are thorns
It's
everywhere.
just gonna end up
He's
happening.
gonna roll in them. He's gonna roll you in them. He's not...
All right.
He's not gentle. He's not a gentle person.
I didn't get that from the thorns, no.
So,
I mean, and he doesn't even care about his own injury, so, like, why would he
Yeah.
care about yours?
if you want to resist it, you're basically walking away from the scene. I'll
No,
say that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I think I will pick Void, because that kind of makes sense. And the second one would maybe have to be either fire or earth. I'm gonna say earth.
Okay. You can make a TN2 fire sentiment check.
Okay.
I mean, you get knowledge from this about the guy.
Finally, I can roll something.
Ooh.
Yeah. Roll something other than the hot monk.
Good one, Crystal.
Okay, you guys are taken to a small home. It's basically got 2 rooms. It's got a main room with like a fire pit, and it's got a little kind of closety room. It's mostly bare floor. There's a little like raised area of wood where you can like sit on.
I asked Shinobu to stay with us, by the way.
Okay. He says, I
And
can't...
You can
I got
ask,
stuff
he
to
probably
do.
needs to go home to his parents.
I got stuff to do.
Then I will offer to walk him back to wherever place he's going to be going for the night.
Okay.
Because of the message you sent me earlier, she's just making sure that he's going to be okay.
Okay.
Keeping an eye out for any surprises.
While this is happening, while everybody's chilling out, in that house, a woman will come in with a basin to wash yourself with and place it in the corner, and then she will leave.
Daisuke bows at her hospitality, and he will offer, anyone else to start washing themselves first. He might take the first watch to watch over. Damn it! Why do I keep on forgetting his name? For goodness sakes. Where are you? I have him written here.
Matt,
Yes.
make a. What do I want to say? I want to say something. Check.
Be right back. Bio break.
Let's check out our skill list here. Skills. I'm gonna say aesthetic.
Okay, and what exactly am I looking out for?
Aesthetic void. You don't know. Aesthetic void.
All right, TN 1, 2, 3.
It's gonna be a TN. Let me check. TN 3.
Whew. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make it. Who knows? I might. I just might.
Oh my
Yes!
gosh.
Woo! All right, let me see what I can do with that opportunity. Void. Remove one strife. Well, I didn't get any strife from this. Choose a ring other than void. Reduce the TN of your next check by 1 if it uses that ring. I'm gonna go ahead and reduce the TN of my next Earth roll.
All right. Sounds good. Make a note of that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't give you any more information than that because it was really, really fast.
Okay, like, could I ask you a little more in depth? What was it in place of Daisuke's reflection? Interesting. Could I do more dice rolls to kind of...
It's gone. You don't.
It's gone. Well, Daisuke was offering the other characters to wash themselves first while he was gonna, like, you know.
You
check on
said
the
you
prisoner.
washed yourself, so I
okay.
assume that's what happened. That you went first.
All right, so Daisuke is perplexed and confused, and whoever moves on to washing themselves next, he warns them, could you perhaps do me a favor? Let me know if you see someone else's face within the basin. I could have sworn I've had a vision of someone else's face in my reflection. But if you don't see anything, just ignore what I said. As Daisuke kind of like nervously shuffles to his next task. So that could either go to Moshi Sora or Ide Youngso, or Kuranagi, whoever washes themselves next.
I'll come on up there, getting ready to give my face a wash before I go to sleep, and
All right. So,
That looks fine to you. Looks like a basin of water.
maybe make a quick meditation check to see if I see anything weird when I concentrate. How's that sound, Corey? Meditation void to see if I can see anything?
Sure.
It's not a very good check for me.
No,
Do I get a TN?
I'm not going to give you a TN. You can get a void.
Alright, then I'll spend a void. I've only got one success.
Yeah, that's water. Looks like
No,
water.
I don't see anything, Daisuke.
Tastes like water. It's water.
Yeah, it tastes like water when I rinse my mouth out. It's just
Well,
water.
Well, I must be a little more tired than I anticipated.
I mean, it could still be a vision, but it's probably from you, not from the water.
Well, I'll see if I can meditate more on that as I get myself to rest.
Okay, that's it for the game today, guys. We're at 8:30. Very nice,
Alright.
very good. Lots happened. You found the Village of Flowers.
And you see a temple shaking in the background.
No, but it is going to be fun
Dubstep.
when Naren comes back covered in cuts and everyone's like, oh yeah.
And she's
Oh, yeah.
walking bow-legged. It's like,
What? What?
Naren's a big girl, alright? She can take care of herself. You don't got to worry about her.
I'm gonna throw as much shade to her as possible.
Living in your mind rent-free, Doji Daisuke. Rent-free.
Naren and
Jabs at him.
Kuronagi get 1 point for compassion. Naren gets 1 point for courage. Everybody else, let me see here. Yeah, I'm gonna get everybody a point for sincerity.
For returning the
Did you
Tetsubo.
just give me a point for courage for banging this guy, even though I was going to get hurt?
Yes,
What
Yeah.
that was for?
yes.
So that's for honor? Or
Give yourself a point of glory too.
Oh, damn! That puts me at 80. Fuck yeah.
Dang, girl.
I climbed that mountain. Oh, God.
Okay, that's all good. Everybody gets 2 experience points. Any nominations for some hogs?
I would say for, let's see, Moshi Sora, Ida Youngso, and Kuronagi for helping Daisuke, like, you know, get himself properly, like, bandaged up. And also for Naren as well. For, for
Nah,
helping,
that's-
helping
they-
with...
That's
That-
just like what's expected
Yeah.
to take care of your party.
Yeah.
But I was
Oh.
gonna say, I mean, I came up to this guy and was like, "Hey, can I heal you? You look kind of the worse for wear."
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give you a point of compassion. Sure, I'll do that. I think that's it. There's no honor losses, was there?
I don't think so.
Nobody lost any honor yet.
Not
Unless
here,
being
anyway.
severely injured counts as an honor or glory loss.
Sincerity, honor, compassion,
Hey, you
courage.
fought plant zombies. It wasn't a fair fight.
Plant
All right.
zombies.
Yeah, Amaranth, we're not doing 4 hours. No one's doing 4 hours. I know you want it, and it's just not gonna happen.
We've done it before, but
Not
you know,
with
it's a
our
little much.
comparative schedules.
And courage, yes. That's what we're calling it. Yes, Wargiz. Thank you all for commenting, watching this live. If you're watching this as a recorded stream, hey, give it a thumbs up and like make a comment. Anything in the comments, put an emoji in there. Put the yellow guy with the sunglasses. I want to see my comments filled with yellow dudes with sunglasses. Do that.
You mean like a yellow face?
Yeah.
The sunglasses.
They're all
emoji?
yellow. I mean, you can
Yeah.
change their colors, I think, now too, but... Well, the thing is, like, when people are like, oh, finally, there's a black guy emoji, I was like, there's no white guy emoji. They're yellow.
They're all yellow.
Thanks,
There is a white guy emoji. They all range from.
I guess The Simpsons makes it feel like yellow people are now white people. I don't know. Anyways, I love you all. From James, Crystal, Tarek, Sasha, Matt, my name's Corey. You should go roll some dice.